So, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of From Boys to Men, the podcast. Today, we've got the men, Craig, the Tender H, the Durag, Jeffrey, he's here, and Tanaka, and also known as Michael Jackson, here with us, and me, your host. Today, we'll have possibly others joining throughout, so just look out. But I'm gonna come into questions and we're just gonna discuss for the talk like we usually do and see people's opinion and see how this goes. But first question is, if you could create one life, what would it be and why? To everyone. If you could create one life, what would it be and why? So how would you want to live that life? Location, your surroundings, what would you want it to be?
Oh, wow.
You got me fucked up with this question, brother.
Great success.
You got me fucked up.
Because obviously we all live in the UK right now, or British and Zimbabwe.
If I go create one life, what do you mean create life?
Of course, we're not God. We can't create life, but if we had it, the chance, how would it be, and why? Would you stay the same? Would you stay the same?
No.
What would you change? What would you create?
Right. I'll create an island, innit? Covered around is blue water, clear blue water. You can see inside. You can see, like, you know what I'm saying. And then the island,
You like that water?
be a nicest building with just glass. So if you look outside, you can see clearly what's outside.
Wow,
And
that's
there's trees and shit like that. Nature shit like that. And then food just rains from the sky, so we don't have to work.
That's it. That's sick, but
You get me?
simple, man.
Simple
Why
like
though?
that.
Why would it be like that?
So I can just be solid to do myself in it. Just be there. You get me?
I understand. What others? What you saying? The triple T's.
I'm gonna say triple T's. What the fuck? Evil T.
Oh, if you could create one life, what would it be, and why?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I don't even get the question. Let's start the question again.
If you could create one life, what would it be and why? Like Craig is on a solo thing in his island and he's clear glass. Would you live the life you're living right now, or wouldn't you?
What do you mean?
Like right now, of course, we live in the UK.
When you say live your own life, so like you mean so like Craig has just said you're living on an island, but so does that mean he's on the island in the world by himself?
No, the world still goes on, but he lives on that island.
Okay. That's an interesting question. I don't even know, Like, I'm happy with my life right now. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the progress of life is important. And for you to just like end up at the goal you're trying to be at, it's gonna be weird. You'll get bored eventually, like quick. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
Oh, is this question coming from now, or it's coming from before you even exist?
Now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel
like for me personally, life without progression isn't really life. It's kind of just imprisonment in a certain way.
So there's in creation, and there's no journey. Would you say you create it, you
Yeah,
get
so
it?
like
Type.
life is a journey, and that I think that is what the definition of life is. And it's like, you could say it's a journey in anything and everything. So it's a journey in Christ, it's a journey in this, it's a journey in developing, and it's a journey in becoming a better version of self, blah, 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 all kinds of journeys. So for you to then say, let me choose one life and just live like that for the rest of my life, it's like, that's not really life. It's kind of imprisonment, because you can't grow anymore because you're just in that area, and that's I don't know. For me personally, I'd rather start from the lowest and then end in my highest, you know. So that way it's like you've lived through life in all aspects. You know, you've lived from poverty, not just in money. I'm talking about in every way possible. Like, you could be a trashy person, right? Or like you got bad personality or bad characteristics, but like you moving in with life has allowed you to experience different things. Okay, cool. And then now you become a better person. It's like, all right, you can experience that. And then you start making money, you experience that. And then you get married, you experience that. You get kids, you experience that. And then it's like, you get to travel the world, you experience that. So there's different experiences, and it's always something new. Like, there's something that Dan Bilzerian said was like, that someone now could tell me, oh yeah, I would love to drive all the expensive cars and blah blah blah, and he'll be like, it's kind of dead. He'd be like, oh, okay, cool, I want to eat the best food in the world. He'd be like, it's kind of dead as well. Well, I want to do this. I want to go skydiving. He's like, I've done that. And I was like, what? There's not much else for me to do. And he now, like, if you like, he was in an interview and he got asked, so what's the best thing you could do now? Like, since you've done everything, what's the best thing you can do? And it's like doing different things, like just playing cards with my boys. That's an amazing night for me. But some people, it's like, spending money and going abroad or whatever. So what I'm trying to say is, like, if I'm already in this position where I'm doing everything, or I've already done everything, or I'm in a position where, like, I can do everything, and it's like, eventually you get bored of it. And the human body is just that, like, it doesn't like being still, it likes developing, and that's what the human body is about. You don't stay an infant. You go an infant, you go to child, and then you go teenager, you go to adult, then you go to elderly. That's a development, because the body doesn't actually like being still or doing nothing. It likes to always change, do something different.
That's some true shit right there, man, honestly.
That's why marriage is so hard, actually. See, I keep going.
Yeah. No, that's true though. You know,
marriage is so hard, and it's looked up on.
Yeah, I think. I'm talking about marriage. Marriage is almost like it's one thing you have to. I'm not married. None of us are married, but it's like it's one of them things where
you're basically married.
Yeah, it's one of them things where you have to force your body to deter away from its innate natural desires of other women. You know, you're living as not even yourself. You're living as you and your wife, which is, you know, it's a crazy concept, but that's what I see how marriage is. But I wanted to relate what you're saying to people wanting more, to what J. Cole said. You know, the need for more. There's always that. What's that song? Love Yours, where he says, oh my days, I forgot the words, but he talks about how someone's always gonna have a better car, better clothes, and better house, whatever. But it's just being content or loving what you have. Which makes me ask you guys, what do you think there's a method or formula to reach contentness? God.
No, but I feel like everyone has their own menu. Everyone has their own instruction list. Like, we're all born in different areas, different situations. So it's like we've all been at different starting points. So you can't give someone the same. I can't give someone the same formula I had because they didn't have the same starting point. So whoever that is would have to look at someone else that had a similar starting point. Maybe it will work, but at the end of the day, you're your own person, and like you've got your own story, and you're the only one to judge where your life is going. And that's why a lot of people are always talking about, oh, life is a journey. I need to find myself. I need to do this and that, blah, 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 all that kind of BS, because that's how it is. You can't go ask, oh, your dad, oh, who am I? You can't ask your mom, oh, mom, tell me, who am I? No, you have to go and do that on your own. And it's the same way with finding yourself or finding your purpose, blah, blah, blah. You have to know who you are. And you can't ask anyone else to know who you are.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I wanted to touch upon what you said again. Just I want to ask a question, really, because we are ourselves. Tender to tender. Craig is Craig. Tanaka or Tanaka. With your own heart, your own mind. Yet we have two figures, or we did have. One of us, some of us don't, some of us do have two figures in our life, a mother and a father, right, who give love, caringness, provide food. And I want to ask, for us, for that shift to happen, to focus on ourselves and find ourselves, it's now a process of no one else can give that. But finding yourself is the most powerful thing you can do for your well-being, for your rest of your life. And I wanted to ask, with all that being the foundation, I wanted to ask, what, I know we talked about it before, purpose, finding yourself, but is there, what can I say? Is there wrong in forever having something to fall back on? Is there wrong in having a plan B? Is there wrong with, saying, "Oh, mom, I'm stuck," or is there wrong?
I say wrong or wrong?
Wrong. Because I'm saying we always get given, yeah. But then for our purpose, that's a journey for ourselves where we have to go and get. So is there wrong in being like, Mom, help me, or I don't know who I am? Because this, as I said, it's a journey for yourself, though.
It's not wrong. Sometimes we want the guidance. It doesn't mean that going back to your mom, you have to take exactly what she says and implement in your own life, but it can give you ideas. It can lead to something that maybe you haven't been able to figure out yourself, but then the idea might just pop up from when she's talking to you. Then you're like, rah, okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like guidance. You can always go back to your parents or a friend or a loved one, someone who is very close to you, who knows you very well, and they can, kind of give you some input. And you can just, all you have to do is listen. Doesn't mean go and take all that, whatever they say, and implement that into your own life, but you can just listen and see how you can, break that together, see what can come from it. But yeah, man, I don't think it's wrong to go back to
So there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. There's nothing wrong.
That's why we're all here, man. That's why we're all here. That's why you have your mom next to you. That's why you have your siblings, your cousins, your aunties, your friends. They're there to just when things get a little bit hard or a little bit not so certain, whatever, you can just kind of go back to those people or look to those guys and be like, "Hey, look, it's what's going on. This is my situation. Blah blah blah." And they can come up with things that can help you, continue with your path.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of I guess in this world, there's a lot of me, I, you know, and then not and less support, unless you know other people like it.
Because one thing,
does it make sense?
Mm-hmm. You got, because when you're speaking right to someone, or like someone speaking to you, during that conversation, that person, when they're talking to you, they can actually learn something about themselves while they're speaking to you. So the same thing that can happen to you. You can literally be explaining a situation to someone. They're in the middle of doing that. You find out the solution quick. Like, shit, that's right. Because now you've opened yourself up, because for you to come to the situation where you sit down and be like, tell someone your situation. It's like you've opened yourself up for more ideas to just flow through you. And during that talk, you just solution pops up. She's like, yeah.
It's true. Okay, I'm gonna jump to the next question. Is
no, come on, I'm still at the come on. That's how the man.
Next question: would we be happy if we were living closer to nature?
No, say that again.
Would we be happier if we were living closer to nature?
If we're not too close to nature?
If we were living closer,
would we be
happier? Yeah, I agree. But explain more.
100%. Because I feel like we have really strayed away from nature in a big time. Like we now look for like things like joy, happiness, and love from external materials that we have created ourselves with our own hands, and we're like, that's supposed to give me love. That's supposed to make me feel happy. That's supposed to fulfill my desires, whatever. But truly, those things, if you're really in tune with nature, like people were like so like spiritual, like nature in tune, whatever, they always have some sense of joy with them. Like they're so in tune with everything around them. Yeah, they're not looking the next thing or that thing, but they're just like in harmony with the whole of the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we'll be much more happy if we really close to nature.
I agree. Definitely. I've got 2 plants here. It's just the beginning, but I believe whenever I just look at the plant or I water it or I nurture over it, there's a sense of well-being within myself. It's well-being within a connection that it's weird, but it's something that, yeah, as you said, there's this. It brings happiness. It brings peace. It brings what bricks and all these concrete roads don't bring. Concrete roads are grey, they're black, they're dark. There's no life-giving stuff. And
But then what's funny is that concrete is made from the earth. It's like, even if we take it back to the Garden of Eden.
Powerful.
That was a garden, and we understand what gardens look like. I'm sure the Garden of Eden was a lot more beautiful and amazing, something we will never have seen before. But like, understanding that Adam didn't need anything else. Like, all he needed was a wifey, but apart from that, he didn't need no iPhone. He didn't need no Xbox or I don't know, Lamborghini, blah blah, all these kind of stuff. He didn't need that because there was so much happiness there. Just the green. I'm sure the greenery was amazing, blah blah, but all that kind of stuff. And it's like, if God created that and said, okay, this is all you really need, and Adam was happy until Eve came over that. But if you understand that, and it's like, okay, cool, it makes sense why you hear all these people say, I need some time away from social media just to be by myself. And it's like, Or even like people when they say, I need to go pray in the mountains. You know, when you hear someone say, I need to go pray in the mountains, bro, that's some serious prayer. Like, that's some prayer. I'm sure you will feel the connection with God, because that way you've come out from the man-made world. You know, like Earth, like especially the cities, like as we can see, this is all man-made. And it's like, it's difficult to find God in a man-made city or man-made world. So it's like the fact that nature is something that's continuously destroyed on a daily basis is going to continue to make it harder for people to find peace or find happiness, like true happiness, because I'm sure when you're out there, right? I'm sure all you mans have been on a walk. You've just gone on a walk in the park, or gone somewhere where it's just quiet, peaceful, and it's nature, trees everywhere. I don't know. But like, the fact that you've been there, you could all share the experience. Oh, the experience I've had in the park, it's unreal, especially when it's a beautiful day. Even when it's raining, like I've been outside when it's raining and it's still beautiful. It's like, wow, this is life, you know. This is God's creation. And I feel like the nature is almost what people use to recharge when man-made world becomes too much. So when everything starts to cave up on you, everything, it's like too much TV, too much Netflix, too much phone, too much this, too much that, too much work, too much. And then you go out on a stroll by yourself, leave your phone at home, go on a walk at the park. That will refresh you so much. It's like, wow. It's because this is all man-made. Everything we work for, this whatever, or even all the jobs you guys want to achieve, all of us, they're all man-made situations, all man-made things. Some people want to make clothes, some people want to design houses, and some people want to play American football, this, that, this. Some people want to be models, blah, blah, blah. You can't be a model if there's no people in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can't play American football if there's no people in the world.
You can't make clothes if there's no people in the world.
You can't do any of these things if there's no other man. But the only thing you can really do by yourself is nature. Nature is something that will always be there, regardless of if humans were not there. Nature would be I'm sure it will be the biggest thing possible, because that's what runs the world. So I can't even imagine life where nature is all that's there, and mankind, all these things that we've created. I'm not gonna say we've created, because I haven't created shit, but for whatever all these mans have created, and it's not there, I think we'll be surprised about with the happiness that will come to our lives when it's just nature around us. Because when it's just nature around us, it allows us, it even forces our minds and our bodies to only love the things that are around us. Because now imagine we're living in nature and there's no Lamborghinis, there's no trying to flex on this person, none of that. Everyone has the same thing. We're all in nature, right? You kind of have to fall in love with other people. You have to fall in love with trees. You have to fall in love with birds. You have to fall in love with the lions or whatever animals are there. You have to fall in love with things around you, because that's what's there. Right now, it's easier for people to say, I love my house because there's a house. But if you put yourself in a situation where you're in a jungle, are you going to be out here talking about, I love my house? No. You're going to be saying you love whatever, the grass, you love the trees, you love the sand, you love whatever is around you. And if nature is all that's around us, it allows us to really love one another even more, because that's all that's around us. All these materialistic things, they kind of block that love we should be having for other people, because you put your TV in front of your face, you put your work or whatever it is that you're trying to cultivate, you put it in front of your face to block the love that you should really be giving to other people, but you're giving it to your art or your crafts or whatever it is you're trying to work on.
It's an interesting concept. I think we talked about before. It relates to the whole how tribes, you know, in the Amazon or even Africa, what they're seen to be happy, lively, because they don't have what we have. They don't have all these distractions, in other words. But yet we almost glorify and uplift the stuff we have because we're in this world where all of this is seen to be the best and what you should be having, and if you don't have it, you're this type of person, and that is, it's very consumer, different words, in other words. But I'm gonna jump to the next question.
Listening.
So it's listening there. Okay. Well, we are not going to go down plus. I don't my game. Okay, let's move on.
Completely different topic. It says, if you had to change your name, what would it be and why?
Wow. Right.
First and last name.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Jonathan Griffey. Nah, I wouldn't change my name. Nah, I wouldn't change my name.
Oh shit, I don't even know, bro. What? Well, the thing is, the reason why we laugh on names because other people call our names. So if I just say change it, then I have to hear other people call it to see if it sounds right or not.
Chad.
Exactly.
Chad.
Like, Chad Minesi. That kind of works though, Loki. Chadwick.
Chad Minesi. No, but that doesn't suit me. That doesn't suit my person.
Chad.
Different.
Because you have to hit, like, the reason why we even fold our names, like, you have your mom, your dad, you have all these other people calling you this. It becomes so addictive, and it's like, right. I mean, I'm Jerry. Jerry. It's like if you change, you have so many people calling first before you can actually like it.
But I'll skip that question. Yeah. All right, next question. All right, what could I ask? Another. Just these questions aren't for me, by the way. These questions are not for me. These are Max. But what's the best and worst purchase you've made?
Purchase.
Yeah.
if Mark was there, I would tell us.
Choices. Did you say choices?
Purchase.
What?
What's the best and worst?
The worst thing you ever bought.
Oh, purchase. I thought you said choices.
No.
I don't know. It's because it's probably something I bought ages ago. So my best and worst.
Yeah.
Craig, what the fuck did you send?
My best and worst.
No one's even got anything. I don't even think it's a good question.
I don't even know, bro.
I think you said it right.
It's just a processing question, isn't it?
Gotta think about it. I'll skip it. Mind those two. Alright, these two are good ones. So, scientists are doing tests on men to be pregnant.
Whoa!
What?
Hey, what? Listen. Next question scientists are doing tests on men to be pregnant. and they're paying you 100,000 to do it, would you do it?
Dead.
No.
What the
Jerry,
fuck? No way.
Jerry, hold on a minute. What do you mean? Like, you're
So let's
saying
test
no.
Yo.
It's actually happening.
Wait.
I don't know. I think it is low-key.
No, apparently it's already happened. I don't know if the article was true. I don't know if the article was true, but apparently it's already happened.
How is it happening? Because obviously, as a guy in it, you carry, unless if they're gonna do like a whole, because you don't have eggs as a guy, do you?
Put a woman inside you.
Apparently
You don't even have space to hold a bloody baby, bro.
Would you do it though? If they manage?
You need a flipping womb.
No. Why would I do that?
For no amount of money.
What?
Huh?
So does that mean they do surgery on you to give you a womb?
But, yeah.
Like they must give you some artificial womb. Now that's fucked.
Yeah, and it just grows inside you and they cut it open again.
No.
What the fuck?
Hey,
I hate units.
500,000 right now to sign
No,
the
man.
No, Jerry, why the flip,
bro? For me to give birth.
Jerry, can I ask you?
Have you seen some women? Some women when they get the bellies, yeah. I don't think a man could withhold that. I can't lie to you. Women are strong for that shit. I would
no. A man's body's not capable of doing what that a woman does, bro. Only a woman can do that. That's how God said it was. You know what I'm saying? A man will die.
Probably. I'll live for 500. I think at least 10 million.
Nah, Jerry, you're
fucked.
Jerry, you're fucked.
Jerry, why?
Listen.
Jerry, you're fucked.
Now, wait. What's your
reason? You said 10 million in money. You said $10 million for you to do it.
Yeah, I would.
Are you done?
Let's think about it.
Are you mad?
Nah, listen, yeah. You get the job over and done with, procedure, baby, bang, live your life. Next thing you know...
All that for some money?
But yeah, your mom's debt-free, family's debt-free, house, car, businesses, investments, this, that. Go for
I'm sure your mum would rather you not give birth.
For that 10 million, yeah.
Jerry, you know, men's bellies are not flexible enough for that.
Yeah.
Nah,
it would crush it. I'm joking.
Don't think about it. It's not possible. Nah, but the thing is, yeah, they've already come up with ways of allowing, like, stopping periods for women that like go transgender in it. And allowing them to grow facial hair and shit, like, right, over and over again. So if they shave it off, then it'll grow. Obviously, they've got to deep your voice, and they've got like, I don't know. I think it's like a plastic surgery willy or something. No, I'm serious.
All those modifications, you think they're bad then? Should people just be how
they're what?
All those modifications.
What did you say?
All of those modifications you can get, are they bad, or should people should people stay how they are, like how God made
people
them?
People should just be normal.
No, you can't say normal because everyone will be attacking you. What's normal?
Got this guy on YouTube, innit?
Because they'll be like, they'll ask you what's normal, and they'll tell some people, some old niggas will be like, well, what's normal is slavery is normal. They'll come to you, they'll tell you women don't deserve to work. They should be at home taking care of kids and cleaning, making me bread. So yeah, you can't. Everyone has a different normal. You know what I'm saying? For a transgender, it's me being a transgender is very normal. This is life.
Perfect explanation.
It's a done out statement. You know, normal is actually it's actually forbidden in psychology. You're not allowed to say that. If you say normal in your essay, that's a fail. Yeah.
Shit. But now, let me jump to the next question, and then this is the last question. This is really short. All right, next question.
The questions are really kind of...
These are not my questions. I should have stated at the beginning. Those first bunch were not my questions. The last question is it's a kind of a deep one. We can get into a good discussion. Do we feel naked without our phones in our pocket or hand?
Do you feel what?
Nope.
Do we feel naked without our phones in our pocket or hand?
Naked.
Naked.
Without our phones?
In our pocket or hand.
Can you elaborate that question, please?
As in, we have our phones. We do everything with phones. Our phones are always with us.
When you don't have your phone, do you feel lost?
In other words, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Some people do.
Nah.
I think in a sense, in a sense, as much as we can say, oh, nah, I don't. I mean, people have their own opinion, but broad with my answer, I think it's like, I think we do, because on a daily basis, we carry our phones to do everything that we do. You want to communicate with your mums who's in a different city. You want to communicate with your sister. So if you're stuck in a situation where you're outside and you are, I don't know, we pay with our phones now. So basically, if you need anything, feeling naked in a sense, I think that wording might be a bit, but I think you might feel a bit unsupported, if that's the right word that I can use. You might feel unsupported because obviously clothing-wise, it supports you to cover up. So I think using your phone in a sense of to cover you up, I wouldn't say that's the right wording, but I would say like to support you. Of course, you need your phone. Wherever you go now is where you need to communicate with people. You need it to buy certain things. You need it to capture memories. Every time when people go out, people use their phones to take pictures, to capture every single moment that you go through. So I think in a sense, yeah, you would feel kind of a bit exposure to not being supported. But yeah.
Yeah,
but for me, it's a simple statement, right? Your phone should not be your source. It should just be a resource. That's just how it is. Because once your phone becomes a source, now you're done out. That's done out. Because now imagine, right? There's a difference between me carrying my phone as a resource because I need to use it, contacting my mum, emergency, paying for stuff. That's a resource. I need to buy things. I need to buy food. I need to pay for petrol. I need to do this. That's all resourceful things. But if it gets to the point where I need to be sleeping, but I'm busy watching YouTube videos, I'm now using it as a source to keep me, I don't know. Like, I think that's there's boundaries to the usage of your phone. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to have your phone on you at all time. But like I said, using it as a resource, perfectly fine. If you need to have your phone the whole time because that's how much of a resource you need it, then that's your lifestyle. But at the end of the day, you can't be keeping your phone in your pocket because you feel lost without it. If I need to keep it, I'm keeping it in my pocket because I know I'm gonna need it for an emergency anytime soon. So I need to have it on me as soon as possible. But like, if you're in your house, you're just chilling, and you have your phone in your pocket because you feel lost, what type of BS is that? Leave your phone in your bedroom, let it charge.
I'm saying it's like people feeling naked without their phones. I feel like the wedding is kind of, but there's people, if you really like pay attention, there's people like around others. They want to have their phones out. They want to be showing what they have going on in their DMs. You know, if they don't have their phone, they feel like they can't talk about anything they got going on for themselves, or like they feel like so like small compared to everyone else. Yeah, until they pull out their phones and they're going through their DMs like, oh yeah, I know that girl. She's in my DM, bro. You get me? Then it gives her that sense of because everyone's looking at Ra. I wish that was me. Ra. Then it gives that sense of, you know, that praise, that little ego boost that goes on when you get me. Then it's like when people go out, you see a lot of people that should, you know, they're on the same table, they're eating, but they're mostly just snapping. They're doing things for other people who are not even there. But no one's really paying attention to the vibe that should be around you guys. So it's like when you become so reliant on your phone to that level that you have to constantly record this and that, capture this and that, but you don't really capture all those things with your own eyes properly, being truly involved, you don't get anything. You're literally losing so much. It's you actually like you're losing so much instead of gaining so much of your memory and joy about the moment. Because sometimes you might remember the moment, but you don't remember what really happened or how it felt. But you'll be like, I was there. And people's like, how did it feel? Rah. It was good. But how did it feel? It was good. How did it feel? Because being there is not just enough. You have to be truly involved in it. But when you have your attention so much on taking this amazing peak, standing right there, recording that, or getting this girl's number, doing this and that, you don't really involve truly because your mind is on other things other than where you are. So it's like being so reliant on your phone to that level, it's not good. But you can have your phone in your pocket, obviously, for the, like, you know, someone calls you. But yeah,
I want to add on that, like what you do me saying. There's in this world, or our generation and a bit younger, there's always that or how many likes have I got, or who's posted this on their story, what are they saying, this, that, which adds to that feeling. If I'm not checking, if I'm not scrolling, if I'm not double tapping, what am I doing? what is my point of being, you know? It's a shame that that's even the case, but it's the truth. It's what this world is like. But
it's all great. That's what we're getting to.
What would you say?
I said that's what we're getting to, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Would you need to counter that? How do you then off your phone? How do you then begin to be independent of the device in your hand or your pocket? Except for emergencies, of course. But what would you say? How would you do that?
And I said that again, you think it was cutting, bro.
How would you do that? How would you not become dependent on your phone in this and all of that and social media and so on?
In this day and age?
Yeah, how would you do that?
That's almost impossible. No.
This day and age is kind of possible because no one is trying to talk to you unless you're calling them. Unless you're calling them, no one's like, yeah.
I think this day and age, it's just sort of like social media is where you need to be for you to be popping, for you to be.
I wouldn't say need, because need is a kind of.
Nah, that's the truth. Well, personally, that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, people can, you can have your own opinion. But personally, I think for you to be out here, like in the eye of people to see your work, whether it's music or you know what I'm saying, I don't know, like fashion, unless if it's like sport or any other thing, the media itself will capture you. You don't have to be out here grinding for yourself, unless if you want to have that voice for yourself, for you to speak, oh, this is my work, this is what I'm doing. But I think for you just generally to be popping, or to have a sense of like a thing, an audience for you to see you, I think you do need to be on social media. So I think for us to then say, oh, social media is what we'll do, you don't need, you do need it. That's the true fact. Either you can see some celebrities that are still popping out here who are not in use of social media, but they have people who are behind them using social media for them. So if you look at Ye, he doesn't have Insta, but he does. He does, because he's now and then his wife does. You know what I'm saying? So his wife is kind of capturing the image for him, and he's on Twitter. That's social media. So You know what I'm saying? So like, I think there's always you gotta have that balance. So I think social media is needed for you to be in the audience eyes, or for you to have a sense of influence within this day and age. You gotta have social media. That's where everyone is. You can't be outside of social media and be like, oh, I'm gonna influence everyone. How are you gonna influence everyone when you're not even in the platform where everyone is? Like, I'm telling you right now, if Jesus was here, he would have social media. He would. That's a true fact.
Nah, you wouldn't.
I
just want to say something. I'm not obviously. I don't. Jesus had Instagram. I don't give a shit. But now what I just want to say, I understand what you're saying about. Obviously, you can't build an audience or build fans when you don't have anywhere to build an audience. You need social media because that's where the platform is. But like again, like or it's really a case of if you want to, you don't need. There's a lot of people that I know, like even some celebrities that you don't hear about, that they don't have Instagram or any of these social media. But like, I understand what you're saying by like someone speaks for them, or like, you know, like you could have a Samaritan. Okay, let's say for me, for instance, I remember I used to have to go and play different churches and stuff like that for keys and that. But I never used to go out there and telling people, oh yeah, market myself, yeah, come, I can play key. I never said a word. But like other people went and spoke for me. And it wasn't because I was going out there. I was telling them, oh yeah, can you give me a word? Give me a word. Oh, give me a word. Hey, give me a word. Now, people saw me. They went and advertised for me and whatever. We could say marketing. So they were on social media for me. Let's say, I'm just trying to make it everyone understand. So they went on social media for me, marketed me. And then all of a sudden I'm now playing everywhere. It's like, oh, okay, I'm here. I'm playing. Oh, okay. But I never went or anywhere online to say, oh, advertise me. You know, so like what you're saying you need to, like, you don't need to do anything in life. You don't need to do it. You do it because you want to. You don't do things because you need to. Unless it's the 4 elements of life: shelter, food, what are the other ones? I can't remember. Anyways, the 4 elements of life. Apart from them, you're not doing anything because you need to. You're doing it because you want to. You have social media because you want to. You have Instagram because you want to. You don't need them to survive. You don't need them to, you know, whatever. Unless obviously it's now an income. Then that's when I need that job. That's my job. Blah, blah, blah. But you don't need anything in life, man. The only thing you do need is God. Everything else is a one.
If you believe in God, then some people don't believe in that. But me, I like God. That's it.
I want to say on top of that though, I'm going to just use your example. If you had social media, I believe you would have probably gone cross country all over the UK. If you post yourself playing the keys, someone saw you, oh, he's so good at keys, then you hire him. That's the power of social media, because you're now presenting to the world and not doing the old way of social media, mouth to mouth, saying, oh yeah, bail me when you need an assistant. And then that person says, oh yeah, I got this guy, da 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 da. But social media allows you to hit nearly everyone just like that. That's what I'm saying. That's what Tadenda is saying, coming that need, that if you needing it will allow you means that you can now face the whole world entirely instead of word of mouth.
But like I was saying, I'm not against saying. I'm just saying, like,
what's up, everybody?
Hello,
what's up with your mic, bro?
Outside, bro.
I feel like I haven't seen anybody for like 2 years.
Nah, you haven't.
How's everyone doing?
In decades. We're sick, we're ill, we're dying.
What are we talking about?
Well, the question was,
the
question was, do we feel naked without our phones in our hands or pocket?
Naked?
Yeah. because we're so attached to checking our status, checking our feed, checking what that chick posted, checking how's my picture doing, this, that. So do we feel naked about it?
Yes, personally, yes. I feel like actually, I'm not even personally. I feel like everybody does nowadays. Like everyone has a phone. I feel like everyone needs it. Like everyone's asking. Like for me, right? This new thing started happening. Even no one is messaging me, right? No one's gonna message me, and I'm suddenly checking my phone, like waiting for someone to message me. Like it's crazy. I feel like everybody's looking like feels naked without their phone.
Yeah, I don't say everybody, man. Shit.
You're also saying good points, but the word need is too far. It's too much.
Yeah, man. Stop saying
Need.
You need.
But this is the
You.
thing. This is the
Say
thing.
you. Don't say everybody.
Say one.
Need.
Need is
yourself,
like
bro.
you need water, you need food, you need air, you need that's things you need.
Oh no,
Can
I know what you
speak on
mean,
that?
but it's like from the question itself. I feel like it's deep. Like this is a deep question.
Yeah, I think for you guys then to say, oh, you don't need to say need, well, you do need it.
No. You
Because
want
you
to
two,
No, wait.
two,
Let me say,
go on.
you two can say you don't need it, right? But I'm
'Cause they're not on it.
pretty sure when you get to a situation when you're out there and you need to talk to someone, you need your phone. Do you not need it?
Someone. What
That's
do you
not
mean
even
talk
the
to someone?
statement. That's
That's
not
not.
even the
I mean,
statement.
like, would you go outside without?
We're
your phone?
talking about being naked, bro. We're not.
That's what we're
Wait,
talking
hold on,
about.
chill
Hey,
out.
hold on.
We're talking about.
Let him finish.
man.
Let him finish.
Wait.
Jerry's talking about being naked without your phone, right? We
Yeah,
are saying
okay.
I don't need my
Okay,
phone to feel
okay.
naked. Shit.
Oh, tonight,
I feel
finish
naked
what you're
without my
saying.
clothes.
Tonight, finish what you're saying.
Oh my God, I need clothes.
What I was saying in it to support what thing Hamza was saying, in a sense of like you must, you don't have to say need. You don't have to say need. What I'm saying in it, any situation that you're in, at some point you are gonna need your phone.
I never said we don't
but
need our phone.
wait, and I understand you lot said, don't use the word naked. Whoop do.
What situation are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What situation are you talking about? No, Tanaka, hold on, man. What situation are you talking about?
Why are you shouting?
Right,
Who brought in the word naked, bro?
No, why are you shouting?
Where's my voice, man?
Chill. Tena, what situation are you talking about?
I mean, I'm not gonna put energy on that, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Gerald, I'll pass that to you, my guy.
I'm a thingy. Listen. The whole statement of this is: do we feel naked without our phone? Do we feel like we need it in our hand all the time? Yes.
No.
Me to tender Hamza. I say yes. I don't know about other tender. Because
wait, no, I'm saying like I'm kind of in the middle because it's not like I need it all the time, but if I'm going outside, I cannot go outside without having my phone in my pocket because I never know who might be calling me, but it's not like I can't live without it. That's what I mean.
Me, I don't include everyone because me.
I think that's the important thing to remember. Like, I think that's where we're getting mixed up in understanding. Well, some people are saying they need it. Some people are saying, but can you live without? No, you can't live without your phone. I'm not saying we don't need our phones. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I need my phone. I need my phone to go back home. I need it for directions. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need my phone when I'm trying to sleep. I don't need my phone when I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But it's
true. It's true.
But then again, this question is very subjective. Someone like Hamza who needs his phone to social media and to advertise, blah 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 blah. He's gonna say a completely different answer to me. Someone that doesn't really need his phone. I don't need my phone. I only need it for emergencies. Yes, I need it for emergencies. But apart from that, I don't need my phone.
I think this what comes in with the two perspectives of that. Craig and Pretender, Tanaka, you're not on social media.
This guy just brought Bugatti.
No, hold on. I see on social media because I know the effects of being on it, constantly waiting for this person to slide up your story. You know what I'm saying? Like, so constantly, I know that. I don't want to put everyone into it. You know, but there's people who are affected by social media to that level, and there's people who are not affected their phones on that level. You know what I'm saying? There's people. I can leave my house without have my phone with me. I can do that. If someone calls, I'll call them back when I come back, and I'll be like, "What? You get me? I don't care if they're gonna be mad at me. I don't care. It's not deep or crazy, but at the end of the day, it's like you cannot just put everyone into this box of like, oh, we all need it. Oh, we don't need it. The word need is too far, but like, at some point you want to have it next to you. You want to, have it be able to call or like answer your dad or your mom. You get me? So it's like it's essential tool that you can have
I feel like
next to
need
you.
is strong. Need is a strong word.
Yeah, but you can rely on it too much that I can leave my house without it. I can. No, relax. You know what I'm saying?
The most of this generation are like that. That's what I'm saying. Overall,
most of them, not everyone.
Okay, there we go, guys. We actually argue.
It's better to just say majority. Say majority.
Exactly.
Don't say everyone. Say the majority of people need it.
I would say 99% probably.
99.9%.
That's good. I don't know if someone else got another question to discuss, anything to talk about. Might as well just talk.
Yeah. I got, man, my brain has been going through so much. I got questions on questions.
Let's hear them.
Here we go.
Oh my God, it's one of those things where you have to perform, but then you forget everything. I'm trying to think of a question. Okay, you guys can speak. I'm gonna quickly think about it.
We're gonna wait for you to think about it.
I was everyone in the podcast today. No, nobody's
good. We're good.
Taking a minute break. We're just taking a break.
I'm on the top, man.
Sure, I haven't even eaten.
Everybody moving like I'm 17. Don't act, man. Just because I'm rich like Santan. I wear a cape like Batman.
Has anyone watched the latest podcast?
I watched half of it.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 minutes.
Why do you think everyone's so hyped up about this Trump and Biden thing?
Yeah, because it's gonna make us money.
I feel like everybody is just like Trump, Biden.
No. Most people, the people that are really talking about it are investors. They're the ones that are really on job. Yeah. If Trump won, mate, that stock was gonna be moving sweet. But Biden's one, it's still gonna move as sweet, but it's gonna still move. It's gonna move.
Biden did win.
Hmm?
Biden won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, if Trump had won, it was gonna be even bigger in terms of like people that are trying to make money. Because that time, Trump had coronavirus. Oh, sweet. Everyone was waiting for that. Everyone was waiting for stock market to open and say, "Oh my God, I can't wait!" Jump in and niggas made money. So if Trump had won again, Trump had won the elections. It's gonna be sweet. For the next week, it's gonna be tapirira. But yeah, Biden's like a ham sandwich.
Ooh, I got a question. One of my questions was I was discussing about like parenting and stuff, because I know some of you guys are gonna be dads soon.
Fuck you.
You have one choice of having one kid. Would you want it to be a daughter or your son?
A son.
And I want to knock that was quick.
If I'm gonna have one kid, I want it to be a son. I need someone to pass down the name. You know what I'm saying?
Son.
But I prefer a daughter though, but I need a son.
You need
a son because
I want a daughter, but I need a son.
I'll say a son, but what this generation is doing, you're doing a madness, man.
Yeah, I don't want my daughter to get trapped up in this generation.
Your daughter,
my daughter will come back home with some next level.
You can connect more. Father to son.
Dad, I don't want to be a prostitute. And Cardi B made it okay.
Oh my! That would actually happen. That's the thing.
No, I had one question. You know, housewife. What housewife is, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that should be like a job? Should they be paid? A housewife or a house husband?
Well, what's a housewife? Isn't a housewife the one that that catches the baby when it comes out.
Mm.
Hey, I'm done now. Alan, shut up.
Midwife, what the fuck?
Midwife,
Midwife.
yeah,
That's what I was talking about. Shit.
No, but would you pay your wife to stay home and clean and look after the baby?
Yeah, I think
No,
that's
if I'm gonna pay her, I
thing.
might as well have like a full-time cleaner or something.
Yeah, no.
Like,
So it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
I would pay my wife.
Taking care of kids, I feel like taking care of kids is probably the biggest job anyone could have.
Hardest.
Yeah.
That's why most men enjoy staying at work.
I wouldn't pay, but I'll treat her sometimes, innit?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think when you start paying it, then it's not like a business. It's like, oh, chill out. I think that's why
you're on job and you're on shift.
That's why we're expected to take care of women properly, especially
night
your
shift.
wife. That's why you're expected to buy her.
But I have a question though.
Why did we say that at the same time?
Yeah, you don't know. I swear.
I was thinking, because I saw this pic. Why do men kneel when they propose to the wife? Like, why is that a thing?
Submitting.
Wait, what? Repeat that question.
It's the first and last time you're submitting to your wife.
Honestly.
Wait, what was the question?
Like, why do men kneel when they're kneel in it when they propose?
It's actually a beautiful thing. I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
That's
why is that a thing?
I don't know the actual answer, but do you know what do you call it?
Queen bee.
I think it's a way of when they're singing the national, I don't know. The national, I think it's a way of paying respect, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's a way of paying respect in some way.
What to your wife, to your thing?
Yeah, like you're just respecting the moment, isn't it? Because it's like like a Zim, yeah. When you're greeting the top, like say your grandma or some shit, you have to go on your knee and do this shit, innit? You don't greet them standing up. That comes as disrespect. But obviously, I'm saying it's just a way of respect. Like you're respecting the moment as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's actually right. You remember how is it knights? Those niggas, those knights, the people that fight for the queen, like back in the day, with the swords and stuff, and they have to, they'll bow down they'll bow down before the queen. And then she has to what's that word? What's the word, man? When she
hit them with a sword.
With a sword, what's it called? Is it knighthood?
Honor. Knighting, yeah, knighthood.
Yeah, it's knighting, isn't it? Yeah.
Knighthood, yeah.
But apparently that's the kneeling down. It's a sign of loyalty, and you're loyal. You're showing your loyalty to you. It's like you're declaring, I'll be loyal to you. I'll respect you.
That's the exact same answer. Look, that's exactly what they knew. To display respect, obedience, and loyalty.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably have to read that one time.
Because I was thinking,
I probably have to find out.
I was thinking, I was like, right, what was that? Who made that a thing?
But then, doesn't that kind of...
I feel like it should be the woman that knew.
No.
But think about it, the woman...
I'm gonna hang up.
But think about it, yeah. By the moment,
she's gonna kneel in the bedroom, you know what I mean?
From the moment you marry her, she's not submitting to you.
Why is Jerry gone to bro? What are you doing?
Jerry's changed.
Jerry's done out. Jerry's ready.
Wait, I got one more. I got a question. It's about money. I feel like I don't think we've ever discussed this. You win the lottery, right now, £500 million, £500 million, right? How are you going to use that money? What are you going to do with your first big winnings?
Purchase
Where's
Brabbers.
that going?
Oh,
I'll purchase
I got a cup,
Brazzers.
my nigga. Blessing it.
In a bit.
Okay. But yeah, £500 million, £500 million lottery. Where's all that going? How are you going
Brazzers.
to membership for all the boys?
No, I mean first is going to the family. Just make sure they're good in it, and then
How much though? You have like splitting it like 100 mil or something.
I'll send them £10.
Nah, because thing is, it's huge. I have cousins. I have all those people. I'll probably take about 80 to split it between all of them, because I don't want to give them so much, because they might just get over too excited and they'll fuck up everything, and then they'll start coming back to you and say, "Wait, can you give us more money?" You're like,
or give me another 100 mil.
So I don't give too much, but I would do that. But then I'll give myself time to then start doing things for myself, because I don't want to just rush into things, you know. Because I'll give myself time though. But for those guys, I'll make sure they're good.
Now,
I think like an island or something.
The first thing I'll do, I'm not gonna be out here giving any family member £1 million, especially when I know they've never seen that type of money before.
Yeah, that can be damaging.
Because that can probably be the worst thing you could do for someone. Like, best thing I could do is probably buy stock and give it to each family member. I'll buy some Apple stock, £1 million, £2 million of Apple stock, and you can only take out a certain amount every year. Give you that, and because that way it keeps them patterned, right? It keeps them patterned. Because imagine you've never touched 500 million. All of a sudden, someone gives you 500 million.
You almost feel like God,
and you can't even handle £100. How are you going to handle 500 million? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you have to think of that in, just you have to really study. Okay, cool. What's this family member like? How much money do I know they make? How do they live their life? Blah, blah, blah. If you know they're a person that likes to splurge and just buy shit all the time, don't give them a lot of money. You need to like, I feel like it depends on the relationship.
Yeah, but
with that
500 mil, like, would you be worried about thinking about it? Would you just like give it away?
I'll be thinking about it, because me giving them that money is actually going to make things worse for me. 500 mil is supposed to make my life much easier, not harder. So me giving a family member P is going to make it only harder for me, because eventually that money is going to run out, especially when they don't know how to use it. And then they'll come back to me again. Oh, you've got 500 mil. We know you. Tomorrow, Mario. We need your money.
We saw it in the news.
Do you not remember when I was holding you when you were a baby? Do you not remember? I took care. Remember when I came in? Remember when your mom was at work? I came in to help you babysit. I helped you. Remember that? So now so now you got money you don't care about. So now you look like family members know how to get you.
Oh,
that's
you got money. Now you don't know us.
It depends what family you're talking about.
I would only give.
It depends what family you're talking about.
I would only give 1K per month.
Nah, not per month. That's a job. That's a job.
I feel like everybody hates their dad's side. I feel like everybody hates their dads, like uncle, brothers, sisters.
No, to everyone. Everyone who looked after me, 1K per month, because I wouldn't be doing it because I have the 500 million. I was assigned it to someone else. But I feel
500 million, and you're giving them 1K a month.
No, that's smart. That's actually smart. Yeah, that's smart. No one, just because you got 500 million doesn't mean you have to change everyone's life.
Exactly. Like, if they know you want 500 million, then you're giving them 1K, they'll be like, wait, what the hell? But if they don't know,
if you're gonna have a problem with that, then fuck off.
If you really think about it, yeah, Jerry's point is quite valid, because if your family is really your family and they're reasonable, they will look at it and be like, oh, he's giving us this amount, so then we can respect that he's got a lot of money. So let's show him that we can handle this, that we can do good with this money, and then maybe he might, increase the amount that he's going to give us. But then if we're showing that we can be, immature with this money, then it's just going to show him that we can't handle big money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the fact that he's given us money in the first place, we should be grateful. You know what I'm saying? So Jerry's point.
Yeah, but wait, hold on. What family are we talking about? Like, parents or
like blood family, innit?
Like uncle, aunties, cousins.
But then again, it's not just family you got. You know what I'm saying? There's people that you care about. You know what I'm saying?
Friends,
yeah. So
No blood.
I think the best way to go with it, right, is just to give money when you see that person. Like, don't have to be out here writing out lists and shit. I'll be like, oh my God, I have to give all these people money. Like, when I see you, that's when I'll be like, oh, rah, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing well. Yeah, okay, cool.
But do you know another way to spend that money? If you see that your other family members doing well in life, you could go buy them a house. You don't have to give them 100K to buy a house. You could just gift them with a house. You know what I'm saying? Or you can buy your uncle his dream car. Or you can buy your mum and dad. You can take your mum and dad on holiday. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, you don't have to physically give them 100K or give them 50K every month. Blah blah blah. You can treat them to like 10 holidays in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Because that way you're managing your money. You know what you're doing with your money. And shit. Yeah. Shit like.
But okay. So let's say you win it, right? Would you retire your parents?
100.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, my parents for sure. My parents.
100.
Yes.
100. Yeah.
My parents alone though. Not my parents and their uncles and their aunties and their brothers and sisters. No. Just my parents.
I would say my parents and my mum's like, and my grandparents.
From whose side? Your mom's or dad?
Well, my mum.
So that's what I mean. Like, everybody hates their dad's side.
No, we don't have it.
Because the other side there's they passed away in it, so
okay. Oh, I feel instantly bad for saying.
Don't worry.
Me, I'll retire everyone who's all my mom's brothers, sisters, and that's it.
Okay, I understand. So let's say, family's down. You spent, I don't know, 1 mil, 2 mil. You still got like 490. What are you gonna be doing for yourself? Like, what about yourself? Like, are you moving to like a mansion, bodyguard, security, private jets?
You know what's funny? Or are you saying in our lives right now?
Yeah, like right now you win it, you give to your family first thing, but then afterwards for yourself, what are you gonna treat yourself to?
You know what? I've actually thought about it so many times, and it's like, there's nothing I would change about my life. I'll probably just live exactly the same life I'm living. I wouldn't change a single thing. Like, yeah, I'll probably go and get a new car. I'll probably go and buy a new TV, whatever. But
yeah, I'll just quickly go get a new Bugatti, and it's not too big.
Nah, I don't know. Even I wouldn't even get anything crazy, but it would just be like
flipping union those folks.
Now, for me, it would just be a case of I now have something to rely on in terms of I don't have to work for money anymore. I don't have to work to make money. I can now just focus on what I really want to focus on. You know, I can focus on my art, focus on my music, focus on, I don't know, like giving and doing things that I actually really enjoy, rather than thinking, oh, how am I going to build my business? How am I going to do it? Like, all that shit is like, I don't need to care about you.
This is a deep question. Would it make you invincible? Winning 500 mil, would that make you invincible in the world? As in, like, for example,
to someone.
For example, like, if you get a lawsuit, right, a lawyer will happily bribe you, or like something, or like a policeman, or like in my country, bribe a police, they'll be happy. But like, does that mean like that much money instantly would?
Okay. Hamza's point is money's power. Yeah. Obviously, Hamza's got his God, and we've got our God. So obviously, we don't look how we're religious, so it's a bit of a sticker for us. But for people that are not religious, money is power. So
for almost everybody.
Hamza's basically saying you can buy anything. Like there's this show called Dynasty, right? And obviously the dad is like some multi-billionaire, and every time he gets in trouble, he pays
his way
officers to like hide the tracks. He plays like off like the police department, and he basically pays for all their families' college fees and shit like that because he's got the money. So
that's what I mean.
He's basically invincible because he can pay everything off. That's what Hamza's saying. But he's not saying like powerful as in like to be Superman and
Oh yeah, no. I feel like in terms of just life, like wouldn't that just get you out of every trouble?
I think I don't know. I think you would feel some type of way. You would feel some type of way. Like obviously speaking for myself, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't feel like, you know, I'm bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. And for all the entrepreneur people in here, wouldn't you feel like that would instantly accelerate your growth of success? Like it would instantly make you like 10 times more successful.
Oh yeah,
because
it obviously has,
now you'll be able to
you have
hire
to
the best
for
people,
either.
get the best equipment, advertise as much fucking 500 million on Facebook ads. Can you believe? No, but like, wouldn't that make all your ventures more successful? Whether it be music, fashion, whatever.
For me, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
I could buy so much stock.
Because if you think about it, if you think about even like art, right? If you could make a drawing, right? It could be shit, but if you have the money to put it in the best museums in the world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could literally draw anything and be like, okay, cool. What's the best museum in the world? Go there and be like, I want to pay you 10 million for you to put my art on your main table. They'll be like, oh, of course, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, sure. Blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, I'm now a big time artist because my art is in the biggest museum in the world. Everyone's looking at it now. All of a sudden, instantly. All of a sudden, people are like, "Bro, have you heard of that Tanaga guy? It's amazing. His pieces. It just came out of nowhere, and it's already in the museum." Wow.
Especially if you're a musician, right? You can get a feature. I think I heard this somewhere, like Drake charges like $1 million or something. Get a feature with him, boom.
Jay-Z's like
with Drake.
Jay-Z's like $1 million.
Yeah. People
All
like, wait,
of a
who's
sudden,
this guy
you're
with
dead.
Drake? Yeah, instant.
Exactly. Simple. Yeah, I think that's it. You know, there's a Zara owner, the guy that owns Zara. His daughter is a singer, and she paid off Chris Brown to feature, and I can't remember what song it was, but it popped off, and it was like, "Bro, who's this girl? We don't even know." And she did exactly that. She basically paid her way to fame.
Yeah,
I'm sure if I remember, like if I remember her name, you probably will know. And it's crazy. It's like, wow. So
yeah, but being in the owner of like
degree.
Zara and you have a daughter, like, wouldn't you want to do the same for her? Or like, would you want to like make her grind and like find a way up naturally instead of just paying Jay-Z or something?
No. I'll support. I'll support as a father can only support. But at the same time, I don't want it to feel like that's success.
Like she's not doing anything. Yeah,
I don't want to. I want to yo. What work are you doing? Like, obviously, I don't want my money to be doing all the work. What work are you doing? I want to be hearing you 4 a.m. in the morning in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I want to be hearing you waking up 6 a.m. in the morning after a 4 a.m. studio session. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go again. That type of stuff. Okay, cool. That I can go behind. I'll happily bet.
I didn't know what Tanaka is saying. Yeah, like if you see that, I would happily pay. Like, say she wants to be a rapper or something, I'll pay Jay-Z to come be like a tutor or something. Or if she wants to be a singer, I'll pay Beyonce to come be a tutor. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I wouldn't pay them for them to feature on a song. That's just too easy.
Oh, so so all of you want your child to do something first.
So yeah, she or he needs to show the work first. Because money's always got it's only got one language, success. So
that's the thing about
success and failure don't really go anywhere.
Like, that's the thing about some of these like well-known people. Like, you see LeBron and his son. Like, son shows out that he's a good athlete. He just doesn't. You can tell that LeBron's name keeps him in people's mouth, so he's popular. But then when people see him, they're like, oh, he can actually play basketball. You know what I'm saying? But then there's other people. There's other like people up there that their children are only famous because of the parent. Like the child is not even doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Would you argue Diddy? I feel like Diddy's such a controversial because some people say his son is he's got talent, but something like Diddy just paid the studio label to just make his son be heard.
Yeah, but his son is hard. His son is hard, don't even cap. You can't recap that.
Good,
His son is hard.
I got a question
And
to
he
ask.
works hard though. He's always releasing stuff. So
Like,
it's like you can't
like
even say.
Hamza, you know, he didn't get allow his son to have a Rolex until he turned 21.
Wait, for real?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Now, I always looked at Diddy as someone who would spoil, like, even now, Diddy's such like a
Now, because
flamboyant.
like, if you see the documentaries, you know, Diddy did not come from a silver spoon. You know what I'm saying? Like Diddy growing up, like his life. Like if you look at like the documentaries of like Tupac and what's his name? Forgot his name. Biggie. Notorious. I forgot his name.
B.I.G.
Yeah, Biggie. Like if you look at, you know, their movies and shit like that, you can see that their growing up was not easy. But then you see someone like Donald Trump, yeah. I don't know if he spoils with children, but he's just a type too. You know what I'm saying?
This is gonna sound like
it's just
too many
different.
people throw shade at him, man.
Talking about.
Like I was looking at his documentary, right?
Huh?
Obviously, he's done so many.
Earlier. No, I said this earlier.
What?
I said this earlier about Donald Trump. I said he's an amazing businessman. Amazing. He knows what he's doing in the books. When it comes to his work, he knows what he's doing.
I'm not
but his personality is what's trash.
Yeah.
Don't at me.
Yeah, you're right, man. I was like, look at his documentary on Netflix called American Dream, right? Like he's a boss. Like he knows how to negotiate and get things done his way. But yeah, like his personality, his sort of I want it my way is not the best.
Well, a question for all of you, real quick. Since we're all future billionaires, trillionaires in the making, would you leave inheritance for your kids or family? Or would you still work? Would you want them to grind?
For my wife and my children, no one out of the family.
So how would you leave them all your money then? Or what would you?
I'll leave assets. I don't want to leave just money, but I'll leave assets that I think it just depends on, like I said before, how hard are these kids willing to work? Like I'm not just gonna leave something and I know they're piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I'll definitely leave knowing, oh, I've got 2 kids or 3 kids or 4 kids, whatever, that are hard working and know how to handle stuff. And it's like, that's where I'll be like, oh crap, I need to leave something. But like I said before, I wouldn't leave my inheritance with anyone outside my immediate family, so my wife and my children. Just because once I'm gone, you don't know some silly uncle that be coming, oh, hey, remember your dad? Your dad gave me money, so I need my money now. Now all of a sudden, my children are getting to beef with some uncles and this, and it's like, what the fuck? Never wanted. So for me, if I'm not leaving money to my kids, it'll be to my wife and let her deal with it when I'm gone. But
I like it.
But I'll leave it in the. I can't even leave money in the church as well. The church is corrupt.
Leave in the kitchen.
Nah, the church is corrupt. I'll just give it to Donald Trump. Wait, hold on. How did I die before Donald Trump? I could never die.
Nams, you got any more questions?
If you had a choice to... Actually, no. I'm not going to even ask that question now.
Sure?
Yeah, it's a stupid question. It doesn't even make... It's pointless.
Any more?
Maybe you should sharpen it.
I feel like...
Where's Craig? Craig has been quiet. You're sleeping in it?
No, we're just listening.
Would you ever want to write your own book?
Book
100%.
About your life?
Yes.
That's long.
Book about my life.
If I'm gonna write a book, I'll start now.
What about my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll start now. for me. Like, I think it makes sense for me to start writing my book now, and then I release it when I'm like 60.
Wait, a book or a
Right.
film? Which one?
A book.
Who's
Actually,
reading
a
books
book.
these days?
Oh, Hamza, shut up. You're talking about who's
Who,
reading
what?
books.
No, I'm serious.
Nah.
Like so many less and less people are reading like proper like books page to page.
But that's the thing.
It's a true like
People who do read, those people who do read are the elite ones who deserve to read it, not the people watching fucking whatever.
You leave it to the actual customers, not to everyone.
Oh, like movies like let me skip his childhood real quick.
What's that? What's that?
But the movie, right? You can just like
What did you
skip
say?
forward. No, man, like you can forward it, right?
Sounds like
Yes,
it sounds like fruit.
Oh shit. Alright, any more questions, boys? Men, I should say.
Yeah, sex before marriage.
I want to ask that question to the females. I want to write that down.
What?
I mean, with the women, not females. My bad.
Well, which one?
But anything else? That one just asked.
What, the sex before marriage?
Yeah.
That's so deep. Like it's religiously and like from a normal just from a normal point of view, it just makes so much sense why you wouldn't do it. But for like being teenagers with like such high sex drives, I don't understand how people do it. Like I don't understand how my dad did it, my granddad did it, my mom. I don't understand how it's possible. Like me, I'm so horny.
There wasn't a lot going on. Hamza, don't wait to look at it. Yeah, this generation's fucked. Because look, now you've got OnlyFans, you've got Gally out there wearing high shorts and shit. You're like, if you ask your parents, like, if you ask them, like, oh, when you went to school, was there any, like, you know, thotty girls? Obviously, you wouldn't say thotty girls, but they'll probably say no. You know what I'm saying? But now,
I'm sure they will dress proper.
You say bunda.
Like, your dad will probably say, yeah, I saw some lame things here. I saw some nice looking girls, but they wasn't dressed like, you know,
nowadays,
like thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But then now with girls, yeah, they do too much. They do too much.
Yeah, I feel like it's so easy to get it now.
That's why it's difficult. It's different. Yeah. It's like it's more difficult for men to stay patterned because
to keep your willy in your pants.
You just see some girl in like some nice clothing or some shit, and then her back is just there, or like her breasts are just there. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the girls dress like it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like most girls. I mean, some girls might say I'm doing it for myself, but majority of the girls, they're doing it because they wanna you know capture mandem.
Yeah, and then they complain like, oh, people always look at me.
Who cares about what they say, man?
You know what? Right, you know what?
There was this argument. What? Someone was about to speak. Someone told me to hold on.
You know what's funny, right? Nah. It's like when you see a thing where you see most of her breast. You know what I'm saying? You're not even seeing that. You see the whole breast, like just no nipple. That's the only thing you're missing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like super high shorts. You can pretty much see the whole bunda. You can see 90% of the bunda. But I'm still covered. That's what she'll be telling you. And then, so the fact that these things are all sexualized, like we've all grown to see breast, bunda. This is all bunda, yeah. These are all things these are all sexualized things that mandem little boys from young, bro. Since we were young, little boys, you've known bunda, bunda, wow. And it's like the fact that they know that, but they're still willing to dress like that and then complain about the reactions they get. It's like, nigga, that's like making a ham sandwich and expecting it to taste like lasagna, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no.
It's the worst. Nah, Tanaka, it's the worst when they go to the gym, right? They be wearing that Gymshark skin tight.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Everything.
I hate.
And then they
oh
come,
my
yeah,
God.
they complain. Hamza, they keep looking at me. How am I meant to work
Bro,
out?
your bunda is in my face, blood. What do you think I'm not gonna look? You're my gay, bro.
I see the cheek
Guys,
sweat.
you need to understand this, yeah. Girls speak a different language. No, what
Yes.
they say is
Be
the
in
opposite.
French.
It's the what they say, yeah. It's the opposite. Opposite. Oh, I don't want guys to look at me. Fuck off. You know you want the guys to be shut.
Fam, you know people
dead.
didn't look at you, be insecure, and you be depressed.
Oh, fam. Like, no one girls like, I just dress for myself. No, you don't. Who are you? Are you, fam? I can only believe it's a 70-year-old saying that. 70-year-old plus. Anyone else? You can.
It's crazy.
Most of like young girls, man, they love attention. But they still feel cute. They still feel like, they got ass and bunda.
Yeah, okay, I've got a really controversial question again. If you could go back to time, would you get rid of clothing?
Well, hold on, wait, what?
Think about it.
Explain.
Think about it. Like, at least in the whole, like, the Bible and the Quran, it says, like, or like even in the movies when they try to bring it to life, they're just wearing a leaf, or like a bamboo leaf or something. Would you want that to happen in the current times? Like, would you want clothing to exist?
I get what Hamza is saying. I think men will be less horny.
Oh, definitely, because
now, yeah, you're used to seeing females with clothes, yeah, and then there's the moment you see a female undressed, like, what? You know what I'm saying?
They'll be bushy,
so I think no, but I think if you adapt to it, it'll just become like you'll just see a naked girl and you're just like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? There's actually a tribe. There's actually a tribe. I don't know what tribe it's called. There's actually a tribe that there was a documentary, and then the cameraman was filming, obviously, and they were going through the tribe, and then the woman she was fully dressed, so she was out here looking at people. The man them just had, there's like, you were just covering the thing, the willy. That's it. No shoes, nothing. They just had that, and the women, and some of the women didn't even have bras on, or they didn't, the leaves, whatever they call it. Some of the women were just naked, and it was casual. Like, this guy, the cameraman was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" But everyone was like casual. Everyone was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what the hell? It's good. But like, that's because that's how they've been brought up. Like, you don't sexualize women. Just because the woman's naked doesn't mean, what I'm saying is the reason why we all see bunda and we're like, oh my God, that's how we've been conditioned to grow up. That's how we've grown up. Understanding that's what bunda does. Bunda shakes and it's like, it feels good. It's, wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What we've grown up believing.
Yeah. Because, like, if you, like my granddad, right, they look at, like a girl, right, they'd be like, how on earth did her parents allow her to go outside with this skirt? I'm like, that's just how it is now. And they're like, can't believe it. I'm like, that's the reality.
Thing is, right, the male mind is so slow. We are slow. So our minds are still back in the 70s, right? Where if we see a thing that's not wearing much, you instantly think, that's a prostitute. That's a thought. Or she's trying to get beat because she's trying to show too much bunda. And that's something I'm sure back in the 70s, they all used to think that's how they were conditioned. And because that's just how it's been for men ever since. Now women are trying to change it up and say, we dress like this now. And it's a whole diversion. Now the whole male mindset is fucked. It's like, what the fuck? She's got bunda, but
it's like going back to what Craig was saying, that women speak a whole different language. That women have adapted in a way that men, like Tanaka's saying, that men are slow, yeah. So basically, you see with the wearing revealing clothes, to women they'll be like, I'm just expressing myself and shit like that. But then a guy will be like, nah, that's some thought behavior. But then women have already moved on. So now you see some women put stickers on their nipples, and that's not being naked.
Oh my. Like in the 6ix9ine video, Nicki Minaj, right?
Yeah, like she put stickers on her nipples. That's not being naked. That's completely allowed. But if you dress like that, in front of you know, our parents and like, you know, older parents would be like, whoa. Why is she not wearing a bra?
What's going on?
But then to Nicki
Instant death.
Minaj, she asked her dresser, "Oh, can you find me a nice bra?" And the dresser gave her stickers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked.
No, but I think it's different to understand that Nicki Minaj is doing. You need to understand, right? These celebrities, they know they're just following the trend. They're just following how they feel the generation's moving, right? Nicki Minaj would not be having stickers on her nipples if she knew the generation was completely away from that type of stuff. She wouldn't be doing that. She'll be doing whatever the generation's leading to. So because the generation is leading to stickers on our nipples, she decided, oh, let me do it first because I know the generation is going to. I feel
like it's for like marketing purpose as well. Like, it gets us so much clout.
That's exactly what it's for.
Right, look at
it was never because she wants. That's how people. She knew people are gonna click. Niggas are gonna click.
Like, speak about her. Like right now, for example, we're speaking about it. That's like it's crazy. Like how it's like a circle.
I look at it this way. As men, like guys, in it, like when we see a girl, bro, like a little bit of like so much of skin just being shown naturally. The instinct of a man is like, I wanna smash. And that's just the natural instinct of animals. No, animals are like that. That's just the natural instinct.
But they smell the assholes, don't they? The animals, they're like smelling butt.
They drink each other's pee, fam. They should drink each other's pee, bro. But like, as being humans now, we can cover up. Like we can wear clothes, we can give an. I know I just wanna, be comfortable with myself. But like, bro, don't ignore that we are guys here. Like, if we see you dressed like that, what's gonna come into our minds is she wants to get fucked. Nothing else gonna pop in other than she wants to get beat. No, so, but instinctively, that's just the mind of it, and it grabs so much attention, which is why celebrities and people make music and movies, they use it. Because like, oh yeah,
it sells.
You see Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? You see Nicki Minaj, titties,
yeah, exactly. So
you get me? It gets your attention, it just grabs it, and then people start talking about it. Blah 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 blah. Then like, that's why we have like OnlyFans, and we have all these things because it's constantly having us male constantly just looking.
Nah, the guy who created OnlyFans is a genius.
It's like
they're really pushing their boundaries though.
Because think about it.
I feel like
the sexual desire is like one of the biggest things that us men crave so much. We crave it more than anything. Yeah. We crave it. So it's like a little bit of this. It gets to us. It's like we're just taking advantage of that shit, bro.
Wait, quick question, right? Don't you man think that the world is in accommodation to men? So everything that happens in life, especially our generation as we see it, it seems to all be accommodating men. So Nicki Minaj coming out like that, she didn't do it for girls. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact she didn't do it for women. She did it for those men that would click. You know, I'm gonna confess to this, right? I was just scrolling on YouTube, scrolling as a casual scroller. And why am I seeing a recommendation about, would you like to watch this? And it was a thing that was learning, that was stretching to do splits. So why is it, right? The bunda was looking, the bunda was looking, it didn't look allowed, bro. I had to click it and watch the video. And let me tell you something, right?
There was beat your meat as well.
Let me tell you, there was 10,000 comments. 10,000 comments. 10 million views. 10 million views. 10,000 comments. I read through each and every one of them. Tell me why they're all men saying we didn't come here for splits. We came here for one thing. Every single comment was talking about, we came here for one thing only, and we loved it.
So, like,
there was bare timestamps.
Now back in what Tanaka's saying, so the saying that pussy runs the world can't even be said anymore. We can now say men run the world.
No, you can say pussy. You can say pussy.
No, we can say men run the world because Without men,
I understand what you're
women
saying.
would not be moving mad like this. Females will not be moving like this without men.
No, but what I'm saying is the reason they make that statement, pussy runs the world, is no, it's not even pussy runs, it's women run the world.
Women, yeah.
They say the reason why they say that is because men are so vulnerable when it comes to women.
Sexual desires, man. We're so vulnerable.
So because of our vulnerability, it allows women to take over. So if we were never vulnerable to women, or if you see Bunda, you just look away, you don't even care about it. Women, I don't want to say that. Actually, I'm chiller. There was something I was going to say. Oh, hey, Jerry, you might have to cut this out. But women, they don't have ammo if we don't look at them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have ammo. There's nothing they can do.
I can give you a good example of that. When I was in the gym, there's this girl.
Like, and the gym is dangerous.
I hate the gym
shark outfits. You know the gym shark.
That's why I go to the gym.
So I'm out here working out. I'm out here just like doing my thing. And then she's beside me, and then she's doing some next level stretching it. Like I peaked. Wow. Yeah. And then I think when she looked at me, she clocked that I was in my own lane. Like I was doing my own shit. Like I was, doing my workout. Blah blah blah. And then why is it that she takes the long way around to go put away her equipment? And she took off her jumper before she done it. All my days I started, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like it all comes back to the same question.
Like I knew what she was doing. And females, when they know that a man has clocked them, they look at you. And it's a certain eye contact. It's not a normal eye contact. It's a certain eye contact. Like, what you just saw in it.
You don't have to beat it up.
It's done now.
I think.
But why is it that when we get older, we lose interest of that?
We then realize what life really is.
You're used to it. Yeah.
You just get used to so much puss.
No, I don't actually think you get used to it. I don't actually, because our dads, our dads might be, loyally married and shit, but oh man, I'm stuttering. Shit.
Nah, my dad still beats his
meat.
That's what Bunda does to you.
No, I just said
Bunda does to you.
No, but
bro, look.
I know for sure that married men still look at Bunda.
Hey,
no matter how old,
my dad still beats his meat.
Hey, look. They don't succumb.
I can't cut that out, I can't cut it out. It's in between.
Look.
What do you mean you can't cut it out?
That bit. What you saying?
Oh, you want man?
I'm not cutting it out. Oh, yeah, I don't want to cut it out.
Hey, look.
My dad still beats his meat.
Come on.
The thing is, when you grow older, innit, most people they don't succumb to the desire of sexual desire. Like when you're young, you're like, you feel it, you wanna do it. Now, you feel you have the energy, you have so much energy, you just wanna get straight to it, But when you grow older, you're like, you're still looking at Bunda. Obviously, I know all niggas look at Bunda. I want to look at some 20-year-olds like that.
But to be fair, you're still horny right now. You're horny as hell right now.
But they just know how to now, not let that temptation get to them. You get.
But then that's
But I feel like also when you repeat it too many times, you just get used to it. Like Dan Bilzerian, I was listening to him months ago, right? He said, I've had sex so many times that I just look at a female and just be like, I'm not like looking for anything anymore. If you know what I mean.
That's
like,
exactly what I was telling him earlier about Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
That he's got so used to that life that most guys really want. That they would happily live that life. But he's got so used to it that it's actually sad.
It's like
that's
normal.
how it's just not normal, but like for him it's like it doesn't seem worth it anymore. It's like, fam, I'm just doing this because I can, but I don't even want to be doing this no more. I don't even need all this, but I'm just doing it because that's just what I'm used to now. You know what I'm saying?
No, girls are dangerous, man.
And it's sad. He's always beating the pengiest things. You know what I'm saying? The models, sweet models all the time. And it's like, if a guy like him that's beating all these models gets bored, So why the hell am I out here, chasing things or whatever?
Because you haven't had that yet. You haven't had that.
No, but then it allows you to really think. It's the same concept about money doesn't make you happy. Everyone won't really understand that until you get money. But it's like you don't want to listen to it right now because a Lamborghini will make me happy. Oh,
the thing is, if we take him, the guy you're talking about, and if we take him and put in our situation, you would not be saying these words.
No. He would tell you what I'm not. He's not sad. He's not like saying he's happy with his life. He's happy with how he got there. He's happy with everything. But the fact that that's just his life now. It's not that he's sad, but it's a case of people would actually die to live this life, but it's actually not all that. Like it's not like worth dying for. Like he would happily tell you that, but he's not saying he wouldn't live that life. It's still a good life, still it's still a great life, but he just wouldn't die for it anymore. Like before, there was a moment in his life he would die for it, but now it's like I couldn't have died for this, man. This is same poem every day. Tired of this shit. That's why you hear all these rich people, then all of a sudden they commit suicide. But why would he do that? He was living such a great life out there. It gets to your head and you're like, I'm dead, bro.
The more you have,
why do you think people are so attracted to money? Like, why aren't people more attracted to like living happiness or a life full of gratitude? Why do you think money is so like everybody wants it? Why is that?
Social media.
No, but okay, before that, people still wanted it as much bad as they want it now.
No. From my understanding from the past, from even olden times, before social media came through, like life wasn't really about. You know what? Social media just accelerated the feelings that people have. It exposed people, but really and truly, people never really made it known. Oh, crap, I want his car. Oh, I want his house. People just thought about him. Like, I really want to work hard for that. I want to work. People just had that, but now it's like people can actually show off. You can show off, and everyone will hear about it. Like.
And you know what? Yeah, I think even back in the day, like 100,000 was looked at as like a lot of money. But then now
that's a different conversation. That's inflation, nigga.
No, but that's relating to what you're saying, isn't it?
Because that's inflation.
Wait, what was the question? What the fuck? What was the question? Niggas, don't leave me on scene. What the fuck was the question? Now, what the fuck?
It's stemmed from thingy.
Huh?
Why millionaires commit suicide? Because this is that.
Oh, 1 million. Oh.
No, that wasn't a question. We're talking about Dan Bilzerian and how he got so.
No, but that's a good question. That's a good question.
We were talking about things.
Just getting
bored.
What's
the question?
I don't know. We're talking about girls, like the way they dress and stuff, and how how everything. Well, from my understanding, it seems that everything's actually in accommodation of men.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Can I keep that bit in? I have to keep that bit in. That bit is.
Yeah, keep it in.
I'm keeping it.
No. To all the women listening, I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
It's the truth, fam. Me, I don't believe a girl just told me. Just I burned out, everything is shaking left, right, center. Then she goes, I'm just doing it for myself. Fuck out of here, man.
No, it's not.
Unless she's staying in the house. If she's staying in the house or she's got like a photo shoot to do, then cool. You're that's a valid reason. But to go to the shops dressed. You go to the shops with the top that's like a belly thing, and then some like shorts that are showing the bottom of your ass cheeks. To go buy some milk for your baby. Now I don't want to.
I don't want to be saying that all girls doing this, but I genuinely feel like this
is
majority of the women out there. That's how they be living, and it's sad. And sometimes you'd be wondering, yo, is it not cold outside, bro? How are you wearing what you're wearing? It's cold.
Exactly.
I want you to pay attention, yeah. Judge, if you want to believe this, yeah. Let's say you're around a girl, then she's dressed like the way we're talking about right now. And then she goes, I'm just doing it for myself. If someone walks in who doesn't pay attention to her, a guy walks in doesn't pay attention to her, no matter how innocent she is, she'll do something.
Some niggas.
She'll do something to get that nigga to look. It could be just walking next to him. It could be just speaking loud or just something. She'll do it. No, they always do it, man. They just want you to look. Hey, look at me. No.
I'm actually convinced that winter is actually the worst time for women.
Nah, I'm saying for the whole of the year, bro.
Now, winter is just the worst season for them.
Everything everyone does is intentional. Everything everyone does is intentional. From the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we make jokes. You know, it's all
I'm saying you don't sit there and dress up the way you do as a mistake. You did it knowing, okay, yeah, cool. I'm never gonna be out here saying, "Oh, a woman doesn't feel good." Yeah, you feel good, but why do you feel good about dressing like that? Is it really that comfortable? Because I know for a fact a lot of these clothes that these things be wearing are not actually comfortable. Heels are not comfortable for a lot of girls. Heels are not comfortable, but they wear them anyway because they look sexy. They ain't doing that shit for themselves. You're doing it for yourself. Then wear some slippers. That's just my statement, and that's from my experience of knowing how things be at parties, especially. You be hearing, babe, have you got some pencils? Have you got some shoes? What do you mean? You came here wearing heels. Finish wearing your heels. They be talking about, I did it for myself. Did it for yourself where? Nah, bro. Trying to show off them calves. Trying to show them long legs from niggas. Trying to cough up or something.
Crazy.
Nah,
that's
it's
my
done
point.
now.
All right. Is there no got any more questions? Anything to talk about?
She.
Hamza's getting told off.
Muted, so.
Oh, I think we've talked about this. It would be good if there's those girls on your bottom. So.
Yeah. Save it. Tell me what is it and I'll write it down.
Huh?
What's the question?
It was about because I was watching this video, right? And it was like the first date. So there was a girl.
I'm back.
Hold on. There was a girl, right? And she was like, on the first day, I expect the guy to go all out for me. And the guy was like, on the first date, I think I should take you to Starbucks and just have a cup of coffee because I'm trying to see if you're worthy me taking you to a worthy, little expensive-ish date. But she was like, no. If you want me to see you again, take me to an expensive one. So I'm like, what do people think about that? Like, what do you think is the perfect date?
There's no if you're dating to fall in love, then it doesn't have to be a perfect date. It just has to be a perfect conversation. You get me?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
But still, people's.
No.
Cute to tender.
But still, people.
No. You see the problem. A girl like that is probably just trying to see if you work hard enough for the perm. She's not trying to see if you work hard enough to fall in love.
Possibly.
Because you don't fall in love through, see, like if you fall in love through seeing how much income he gets, or what he can treat you with, then that's not love, is it? That's not you trying to look for an actual relationship.
Yeah, of course not.
So for her, yeah, she that's an L. I can't lie.
I'm finished.
It's stupid.
Stop feeding me the children.
Sugar daddy.
Let's get Ava out of there.
I think we'll discuss it more with the females.
You can't blame them, bro. You can't blame them. Would you want to date someone that's got money, like that's successful?
No.
Being a woman.
Oh, being a woman.
If I was a woman, yeah.
Yeah, of course. But
No,
I
but
wouldn't
then
say
Hamza-
that's the only thing I'm looking for. You know what I'm
I
saying?
look at
feel
it
like-
this way: as a woman, yeah, they're not just looking at the money, but if you have so much money, it can also put ideas in there like, oh, you must be popular. A lot of people must know who he is, innit? And girls love that. Like if you walk in the room and everyone's looking, you're like rah 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 rah. You know what I'm saying? They shake your hand. She's like, oh, you know, it gives her the spotlight as well because she's your woman. Like everyone's looking at her. Then if other women are in there looking at, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
I wanna be with him. You get me? So it's like they look at all those aspects together.
Hello.
When's your mortgage?
Who?
Right, what's that?
Welcome. Shanique, isn't it?
Shanique.
And who's your friend,
Shanique,
Shanique?
why you mentioning?
Tia.
Hi, welcome Tia to the
Wait, tonight.
Oh, is that Tia?
podcast.
Is that Tia?
Who are these
Right.
people?
We are your consciousness.
We are your
Godfathers.
fans. We are your supporters.
Wait, is this a podcast or not?
Yeah, it is a podcast. I have a question.
Yeah, it is. It's happening right now.
Hey,
Where's Mecca? Honestly, his head.
Go for it.
We killed him.
I have a question in it. Oh, you ladies.
I'll kill you.
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
Go on, Craig.
I have a question in it. I want the ladies to answer this in it.
You
How
said
much?
he's right now.
Huh?
Go for it.
He's heartbroken. That's what you just said.
Or is that to tell him to go cry in the toilet or something?
He already did it.
Go on, Craig.
He already did that one. What's the topic?
What do you consider the perfect date?
What do you consider the perfect date? It's got to involve food. Yeah, it's not based around involved.
Hamza, I hate you.
Food.
Well, you have to involve
So
food.
Food.
like a restaurant kind of date.
Oh.
How much money do you how much money do you think a guy should spend on your first date?
Like £60.
Dang.
£60.
Shit.
What?
She came out of the proper price as well.
No, wait, hold on.
Wait, but you man, that's when I take out Shanique. It's
Was it
£60.
was too much?
Yeah, I think 60 as well.
I don't know.
£60.
It might be a bit more.
Hey.
It depends.
Who's that in the corner?
Who's that talking? Who's that talking?
No, but if cocktails
Simply
involved-
on food, like
Now, who's that talking? Who's that talking in the background still?
my other friend.
I'm incognito.
Now,
Okay,
I'm
let me say this, innit? Let's say the guy, you met him at some function, right? Like, you just spoke for like 5 minutes. Then it's like, oh, you gave me your number. Then you set up a date. You still expect to spend £60 on you.
5 minutes, no one's getting my number.
Innit?
You're mad.
And said,
Wow.
Let
You're
them
telling
know.
me, okay, hold on. You're telling me,
£60
hey,
being too much or too less?
you're telling me a guy is, this
Who came
girl
with
here.
that question?
Huh?
Who came with that question?
I came up with it.
Why?
that was Jeffrey.
So thank you all for watching the podcast today for another episode from Boys to Men. If you did enjoy, subscribe, like, and comment other questions we may have. Of course, I'm gonna cut it short. Thank you for all the men who've joined, and to the surprise from Hamza, hasn't been in a while, and Mac himself. That is the end of the podcast. Once more, be sure to share with your friends as well. This great discussion we had. See you guys next week.
Thank you guys. No, thank you guys.